Hi everyone, welcome to our community guidelines sharing session. Today we'll be focusing on Instagram's community guidelines and how we can practice responsible digital citizenship. We are Group AIM, also known as the High Five, and we are excited to share what we learned with all of you. Before we dive into the guidelines, let's quickly introduce ourselves. We have 5 members. My name is Jing Tianjiao. We also have JT, Zili, Amal Hayati, and Fadaus. All the speakers are experienced digital experts who will guide you through the key aspects of the community guidelines. To begin, let's take a look at the 4 key areas we'll be covering: intellectual property, appropriate imagery, hate speech, bullying, and abuse, and the last one is graphic violence. These guidelines help ensure that Instagram remains a safe, respectful, and inclusive platform for all users. Let's go through each of these one by one.
So let us start up with the first guidelines of Instagram, which is intellectual property. Users of Instagram do own the content posted, but it must be authentic posts where no copy or collected content with no right to post, and original works are eligible for copyright, which covers audio works, written works, and visual or audiovisual works. A work will automatically loses its copyright when it becomes public domain. The next guideline is regarding the appropriate imagery, where no photos, videos, and digitally created content that shows sexual intercourse, genitals, and close-ups of fully nude buttocks, but an act of protest is excluded. Some more, the nudity in photos of paintings and sculptures are allowed.
Moving on to the graphic violence aspect, any content that displays extreme violence, graphic injuries, or dismemberment is strictly prohibited. The promotion or glorification of real-world violence is also not allowed. However, exceptions are made for content shared for awareness, education, or news, as long as it is appropriately contextualized. Next, for the hate speech, bullying, and abuse aspect, the platform strictly prohibits any content that attacks individuals or groups based on protected characteristics. Bullying, harassment, or degrading comments, as well as intimidation, are not tolerated. Additionally, coordinated harassment or any form of encouragement toward offline harm is strictly forbidden. These guidelines are essential to maintaining a safe, respect, and inclusive environment for everyone in our community.
That brings us to the end of our sharing session. Thank you so much for joining us today and taking the time to learn about responsible digital citizenship on Instagram.
Hi everyone, welcome to Community Guideline Sharing Session on YouTube. This session, brought to you by the High Five Group, will explore some essential tips and best practices for creating, sharing, and engaging on YouTube responsibly. Let's start by exploring the 5 key elements which we'll be covering today, which are spam and deceptive practices, sensitive contents, violent or dangerous contents, regulated goods, and misinformation. Let's start by exploring the 5. Let's dive into the first topic: spam and deceptive practices, what not to post. Firstly, video spam. Avoid posting repeated or untargeted content. Also, refrain from sharing links to harmful sites or scam, such as those promoting malware or seeking to steal personal data. Second, scams. Be cautious of offers that promise cash gifts or get rich quick schemes, which often deceptive and misleading. Pyramid schemes with no real product or service are also prohibited, as they exploit people for profit. Next, let's move on to sensitive content. First, child safety. YouTube strictly prohibits any content that endanger a minor's emotional or physical well-being. This includes the sexualization of minors or anything that exploits or harms children in any way. It's essential to protect the safety and dignity of young viewers at all times. Second, suicide, self-harm, and eating disorders policy. Content that promotes suicide, self-harm, or eating disorder is not allowed on YouTube. Additionally, content containing graphic images of suicide victims must be blurred, as we aim to handle these topics with sensitivity and respect.
Moving to the next point is violent or dangerous content. Harassment and cyberbullying are strictly forbidden. This include targeting someone with repeated insult or harmful behavior, especially when it based on physical trait or protected group status, such as age, disability, ethnicity, gender, or sexual orientation. Everyone deserves to feel safe and respected, and we must be mindful of how our words and action impact others. Additionally, violent or graphic content is prohibited. Example of this include depiction of torture, robberies, graphic image of corpse, or content showing riots and protest in a way that promote glorifies violence. These rules are in protect to protect community from harmful and distressing harmful material. Next, under regulated good, the sale of firearm or firearm accessories directly is not allowed. Weapons are highly regulated for safety reasons, and this platform ensures it remains compliant with the law. Similarly, facilitating the sale or linking to illegal or regulated goods and services are strictly prohibited. These include alcohol, drug, explosive, human organ, and even sensitive financial information like credit card details. These policies are designed to prevent harm, fraud, and illegal activities. Now, let's talk about misinformation, specifically medical misinformation which pose serious risk to public health. Content that contrary official guidelines from local health authorities such as the World Health Organization is strictly not allowed. Let's break this down further. First, prevention misinformation refer to false claim about preventive measure. For example, spreading the myth like the MMR vaccine causing autism. These claims are not supported by scientific evidence and can discourage people from getting vaccinated, putting community at risk of preventable diseases. Second, treatment misinformation involve promoting harmful substance and or unproven practices as treatment. For instance, content advocating the use of ivermectin as a cure for COVID-19. Such information can lead people to use ineffective or dangerous method instead of proven medical treatment. Lastly, denial misinformation denies established fact about health crisis. This include denying the existence of COVID-19 or the reality people have died from it. Spreading such a falsehood undermines effort to combat the pandemic and can lead to the complacency and harm. In conclusion, YouTube community guidelines are the foundation of a safe, respectful, and thriving platform. They protect users from harm, foster creativity, and ensure fairness, and promote accurate information. By following this guideline, we contribute to a positive environment where everyone, creators and viewers alike, can connect, share ideas, and grow together responsibly. Thank you for hearing our session. See you on the next sharing session.